So today, we're gonna go jogging through some of Toronto's neighborhoods. We're gonna start off in King West, cut through Fort York, cross through Stanley Park. Check out the new park that Lifetime Development rebuilt. We're going to cut through some side streets, head up into probably Strawn, right into Trinity Bellwoods Park. We're gonna get to the top end of Trinity Bellwoods Park, come off of Dundas Street, head west onto Ossington Avenue, come down a little strip of Ossington Avenue, and then we're going to end up on Queen Street. And from Queen Street, we're going to cut across Queen Street, going east, travel back, and then we're gonna cut through some and check out some graffiti alleys at Queen Street. Let's go. I'm starting off on walking south on the Bathurst Street Bridge. This bridge is actually an historic bridge built in the early 1900s. It's actually called the Sir Isaac Rock Bridge. This is like the Venice Bridge of Toronto. So right now we're running into the Fort York National Historic Site. I'm coming down here. Look, not everywhere you go and see in Toronto is going to be pretty. Right now this looks kind of sketchy, but this is all part of a plan that will actually look better in about the next decade, so brace yourself. This is actually a great example. This is the Bentway Project. I'm running into the Bentway Project. This got completed in 2018. This was honestly probably an underpass that was full of homeless people more than 10 years ago. Now this is, they host a lot of events here, programs, workshops, movie nights, and in about a few months they're going to actually convert this to a skating rink as usual. And it's super popular, especially in the wintertime. This is actually a fun area to come hang out, skate, run through, jog, walk. Very nice. Right here on the right, that's the actual museum entrance to the National Historic Site. That's pretty cool because it's actually somewhat underground, like a bunker. This is, war times right here. This was lots of stories here. There's actually part of, this is all preserved land here in Toronto. So you can actually see on the east side right over there, that's the downtown core, King West, and then on the west side over there, that's beyond those trees, that's the Liberty Village area. But this is all preserved heritage site, and I think they have free tours during the day, during the weekday. This is a special area. I'm confused about this. Sometimes this is like one of those projects where the proposals and the planning and the visions and the renderings maybe don't really pan out. I don't know what the heck happened here. These are the bridges that they put up in the Garrison Point project. I'm not sure what happened to the rest, if it's coming, who's doing it. I don't know what happened, but at least the bridges got done. So as for the rest of it, not sure what's going on. These plans change so many times. Okay, see those condos on the left? Here you have Wellington Square on the left, and then that modern one, that's Park Lofts by Brad J. Lamb. That's a 10-year difference of condos. One of them is 20 years old, the other one is 10 years old. So now I'm crossing northbound on King Street, heading to the other half of Stanley Park. Okay, so this park, this is a great example. Lifetime Development, which is one of my top 10 favorite developers in Toronto, teamed up with Adidas Canada, my favorite brand, and they revitalized one of these parks right here in Stanley Park. This is what I love about Lifetime Developments. They always give back to their communities. So, cutting through some of the streets here. So I just crossed over Adelaide. Now I'm crossing through Richmond. I'm actually going to loop back into this alley. I'm just south of Queen Street West right here. So I just looped around behind these condos and offices, and I'm going to head on to Strawn because I just like the view coming onto the Trinity Bellwoods Park. So right here I'm on Strawn, and I'm going to catch this damn green light. Yeah, baby. And make my way into the Trinity Bellwoods Park. Honestly, if this was a nicer day and it was sunny, obviously this would look pretty, but unfortunately this is Toronto, and not every day is a bright day. But I'm cutting through the underpass here. Not that many people out at 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why the city's not an early bird city, but I'm gonna come out on top right here on Dundas West. I'm heading west, and I am heading for Ossington. Ossington, I'll probably just like walk Ossington because it's just so pretty. They have a lot of pretty buildings. Some weekends they'll actually close down the street and make it pedestrian friendly, and all these shops will be open and they'll have markets on the street, which is really nice. Now I'm going to cut through another alley. Obviously, sorry, this is not an alley. I'm just cutting through some side streets here before I head back onto Queen Street West and make my way towards the downtown core. So now I'm coming on to Queen Street, and I'm actually right in front of the original Queen Street Asylum for the Insane. This was actually built in the early 1900s, and in 1998, it changed to the Camp H building. And here's something that I'm just dying to know. South of this site, at the same time in the early 1900s, was the Andrew Mercer Reformatory for Women prison in Liberty Village. And apparently that they used the women in the prisons, and they would treat them to experiments and obviously harm them and do bad things to them. And I want to put my bet on the fact that there's some sort of tunnel between these two sites. But anyways, we'll never know because obviously the GO train passes through there. But I mean, I would just love to know if that's true. So to the right of me, I have the original candy factory lofts that was actually built in 1930, now converted to hard lofts. 1930s was a period that Toronto was also going through a stock market crash, and a lot of amazing buildings like the candy factory and other buildings emerged in Toronto. So now I'm running through Queen West, heading on to the east side, and I'm going to cut through Bathurst, and this is Portland. This is beautiful Portland Street, which looks always dead during the morning, and I'm cutting through the Queen Street Graffiti Alley. Listen, when you come through here, don't expect it to be clean. It's gonna smell, you're gonna see homeless people, but on a beautiful sunny day, it's really pretty to look at. Okay, right here, down here we go. Suzur Lee finally bringing back his restaurant into the Butterworks building. Thank you, Suzur Lee, for bringing actual good food to Toronto. And now I'm coming into the back end of Adelaide Street. That's a beautiful building. It just got completed earlier this year, and they have a beautiful park in front of it, dog park. I think it's synthetic grass too. That's the back end of the Fashion House, one of my favorite buildings by Free Developments. Right there on the right, that's 123 Portland, baby, by Minto Developments. That's going to be completed earlier on this year. And now I'm coming on to the very famous intersection of Portland Street. Look, Portland Street before noon is almost like dead. Now I'm literally sprinting even faster, even though I sped up this whole video. Now I'm sprinting even faster because around the corner is Oretta, and I'm dying for my cappuccino and cornetto at this time. So here I am. This is one of my favorite spots to grab a cappuccino and cornetto, and I'm going to just stop. I'm going to head back through. I'm heading south. This is off Stewart Street. I'm going to cut through the Stewart buildings underneath here, and then I'm cutting through Niagara Street, and right now I'm cutting into Victoria Memorial Square. This entire area, by the way, between Wellington and Niagara, thank you, Peter Free Developments, for doing all these this incredible job in all these buildings. And now I'm cutting through the Rev by Tridel underneath here as I'm cutting through, and I'm heading down onto Front Street back to my building around the corner. That's it. Thanks for coming. I think all in all, this was about a 5-kilometer run. I'll never take the same route twice. I'll pass by the same areas, but I won't take the same route. Thanks for coming. My name is Doriana, and I'm out of here.